still generation specific, and we'll also be able to play clubs on Switch for the first time ever, so that's super exciting.
This is just one small part of what feels like some huge changes coming to clubs this year.
Yeah, we completely overhauled the Clubs League format to keep things fun and fresh throughout the year and have clubs come back season after season just like their favorite clubs in real life.
It really feels like a revolution, and I just want to start there because when we talk about a new seasonal format, what does this all look like?
So the first thing we did was break the whole year into seasons, and each season's theme and rewards will be inspired by the time of year and what's happening across the rest of the game.
Within each season, there are 3 phases that clubs will compete in. A league phase, similar to division play from the past, a new promotion phase to climb the divisions, and an end-of-season playoff phase to climb the leaderboards and earn club rewards.
One point of difference, though, from traditional division play is there's no more relegation. So players will always be earning points and climbing higher and higher in the divisions, and you'll only be reset at the end of each season.
All right, I'm going to stop there because it's so many points that the community has been talking about. I'm going to start with promotion first because this is all new. How is this going to work?
So the goal with the new promotion format is to break up the intensity of regular league matches and promotion matches.
We really wanted clubs players to have a bigger dynamic range for what's at stake within each match. We even have some really cool new match intros that'll set the stage as you load into each new match. So whether you're playing the first match of the playoffs, or you're up for promotion, or maybe your teammate just scored a hat-trick in the last match and we want to celebrate that. That's something you'll see as you load into each match in clubs this year.
There can be no denying it. This is crunch time, the first promotion match, and no margin for error.
And the stage has been set now for playoffs.
Yeah, so these are the games we really want our players to mark on their calendar and round up the group chat for.
Absolutely. At the end of each season, clubs will be locked into their current division and the playoff phase begins. Clubs are given a fixed number of matches to compete over the course of the playoff phase. With each win, your club will climb that division playoff leaderboard and earn end-of-season rewards.
None of the matches in the playoffs will end in draws, so whenever there's a tie, you'll go to penalties and have it be decided there. And also, you'll earn unique Clubs League trophies to decorate your stadium, as well as your trophy cabinet as a reminder of some memorable playoff runs.
I love the no draws here. Also love these trophies. So when all of this ends, what happens after playoffs?
Each club's division will be reset at the start of each season, giving you the opportunity to climb the divisions again and again and push for playoffs at a higher and higher level. You'll keep your fans and reputation, though, as well as your new skill rating, which is something our community has been looking for as a way to measure their success over a longer period of time.
All right, you mentioned it briefly there, Tim, fans and reputation. So how is this going to be part of the club's experience now?
Right. Fans and reputation, how you build your club over the whole year. Essentially, Sunday League to Champions League. Every time you play, you'll gain fans. And as you gain fans, your club's reputation will grow. Along with your club's skill rating, this is how you'll be able to track how far your club has come since the beginning.
Yeah, and these fans will literally make your club better. Fans will connect to your stadium, grow your club's reputation, and you'll unlock bigger and bigger venues to play in and decorate. Fans will also help you attract better players, so to speak. The more fans you have, the better your AI team will be.
Even the process of editing your stadium, Vandy, has been made more streamlined with stadium bundles that let you decorate your whole stadium with the click of a button.
Everything looking amazing here and building the atmosphere. So what's new to pro personalization this year?
To start, new Vandy across clubs and Volta football. We want people to feel represented and really express themselves. That starts with more options. Hairstyles, tattoos, accessories, boots, whatever helps people put their personal twist on their pro.
And it goes beyond just looking good on the pitch. Playstyles are coming to clubs in FC24 as well. So if you want to have the power shot of Haaland, you can equip that and take to the pitch, knowing you'll have that special ability to hit the target from long range. You'll unlock more playstyle slots as you progress, and you'll also earn a couple of playstyles plus that will allow you to dial certain abilities up to 11.
Where perks are more about covering your deficits, playstyles are very much used to amplify your strengths.
Man City versus Liverpool. Every player is going to be running a bit different.
Absolutely sensational!
That's right. It's not just the stars we had previously in our game, it's everyone on the pitch.
Wow. So what you're telling me is Hypermotion V affects Lengthy now?
Lengthy is back. Absolutely. With Hypermotion V, we have locked twice as many acceleration archetypes, which means more uniqueness, more differences, like in real life.
That is incredible. And that's just the first big technology powering authentic gameplay in FC24. I know we could talk about it so much more and in great detail, but we have to move on. So let's talk about tech number 2. Tell me, about these playstyles?
So to put it simply, numbers can't always explain the things that great players are able to do on the pitch. Imagine Trent's signature whip cross, or the way that Vinny takes on defenders with his dribbling, or even Sam Kerr's instinctive style of finishing. So the playstyles really represent those signature abilities, adding that new dimension to the game that goes beyond just the ratings. It's more about the way you play.
Yes, and each of these playstyles will have 2 tiers, playstyles and playstyle plus. So the playstyles are the signature abilities that make players unique, and the playstyle plus takes these signature abilities from special to spectacular.
Amazing. And where did these playstyles actually come from?
Just like Hypermotion V, we are using real-world data to power our playstyles. And we've partnered with Opta to inform certain playstyles to our players so they're as authentic as possible.
Great. So what sort of gameplay boosts are we talking? I know a lot of people will want concrete examples from you, Sam.
Well, there's so many examples to take off. I really prefer to have players who have a defensive playstyles. And those playstyles will unlock a stop ball tackle, a new feature that we introduced in FC24. Players who will have these playstyles will be able to perform a stop tackle motion. It's an action that will cleanly dispossess the opponent and perfect opportunity to take the counterattack and take the lead.
And if you have the free kick specific playstyle, so that's going to give you that longer guiding line so you can see exactly where the ball is going to go and you can hit it into the top bins more regularly.
Or the power shot. Power shot is a new mechanic we introduced last year, and this year the power shots playstyle really elevates this. You get faster to the ball, you shoot like a rocket. That's my favorite.
Wow, that is amazing. How many playstyles are there? Do you have a number?
In total, there are 34 brand new playstyles in FC24, and they cover every aspect. And what I love about the playstyles, that's something that will truly define the players, make players more unique, and equip them with their true-to-life tendencies and signature abilities. Try to guess if someone has a power header, acrobatic shot, and power shot. Who is that?
I think it's your favorite player, Haaland, right?
Haaland.
Haaland! Oh, tremendous goal!
But this isn't in just one phase of the game, right? It's throughout attacking, defending, in midfield, everywhere.
Absolutely. Like, for example, the finesse shot with Son, rapid dribbling with Vinicius Jr., tiki-taka with Jude Bellingham. Marta and Trinity Rodman both has a great playstyles combination for both dribbling and finishing. Basically, all your favorite players will have a unique combination of the playstyles that truly defines who they are.
So, are we going to see these playstyles in any other game modes?
Yeah, for sure. They'll help you make your pro more unique in clubs. They'll help you create that perfect ultimate team. They'll even allow you to personalize your player in career to make your player play just the way you want them to.
Amazing. So, I know I don't have the real-world attributes to be a trickster, but I would want the trickster playstyle plus, I think.
It's the bruiser playstyle plus for me.
You don't look like a bruiser, though. You're a lovely man.
I just want to smash people. Nobody's getting by me.
World managers, how they actually play, what they're trying to deliver across their club. We've taken things like park the bus, gegenpressing, and giving you the chance to develop them with your team in your own style.
And once you've chosen that style, how will managers shape it and make it their own?
The best managers in the world rely on a coaching staff to bring their tactics to life. So this year we're introducing coaches to help you do the same. Coaches will have a huge impact on how well your team learns your tactics and how players will develop.
These coaches will provide different bonuses to players for the different departments, so attacking, defending, midfield, goalkeeping coaches, and they'll lead to better boosts for your players' attributes, and they can be shifted around as necessary.
Having more coaches, and of course better quality coaches in a given department, will actually accelerate the player's development. So if you sign a new striker, you might reshuffle your staff to have more coaches in the attacking department and manage the workload to get the most out of their development.
They were so good today, and give credit to the coach. He got his tactics absolutely right here.
So with all these new coaches, it feels like preparation is a big focus of manager career this year. So what have you been cooking up on the training ground to give people more control over what happens on match day?
There are actually 3 new features for match preparation: training plans, pre-match reports, and match-ready training. The first way to make sure your players are playing at 100% is to keep them sharp. The expertise of coaches sets a ceiling of how much of a boost a player can get to their attributes, but their sharpness decides how much of this boost they'll actually get game to game.
Training plans was something that the community have talked to us about a lot, and we know that we could improve that. So we've redesigned them this year to make it easier and make it more accessible so players can actually keep their players sharp, but also make sure they're fit and in top physical condition.
It feels like this is really going to be helpful in keeping the team going all year. So how about managing your training on a game-to-game level?
Well, we're introducing pre-match reports as well this year, so you can understand your opposition, how they play, find ways to tweak your tactics and get the upper hand against them.
So if you're playing against Man City, you might not try to have as much possession. And if you're lining up against Real Madrid, you'll want to watch out for pace on the counter-attack. We want you to be able to use these pre-match reports to understand how they like to play and make a plan for what you might need to do to stop them.
Say the pre-match report is telling you that the other team likes to park the bus. You know you're going to need great passing to unlock their defence. With match-ready training, you'll be able to play training drills that unlock one-time play styles for your players to use in the upcoming match. So in this case, you'd select a drill that focuses on passing and will offer the players involved in that drill some key passing play styles.
So how much of an impact will this have on their performance?
This will literally change the game. For example, we see how the players cross and head the ball in the training drill. Here's what those same players look like performing the same action, this time in the game, with those additional crossing and heading play styles.
You're right, you can really see the difference that it's making. So once you get into a game, is there anything else new in manager career?
Absolutely. Our community has been really looking forward to have the ability to spectate matches, focusing on one player or watching the whole matches if you're in the stands or even from the touchline as the manager. And you'll still be able to make tactical adjustments as you watch.
Yeah, this looks amazing. We haven't even spoken about player career. So shifting gears to the other side of the career experience. All right, I want to go be the next club legend for Liverpool. How am I doing that in FC 24?
I'm glad you had that dream in mind, Sheldon, because that's exactly the type of thing we want to celebrate in player career this year.
That's why we're introducing in player career the player agent. Your player agent will have your back throughout your career. You'll tell them where you want to go and they'll give you guidance every step of the way on how to get there.
Yeah, that advice comes to life as career path objectives, so you have clear targets to deliver on and you can make that move to your dream club a reality.
What would some of these objectives look like? So let's say I want to start in a lower league, but then eventually make it to Liverpool.
Your player agent will know which stepping stone clubs you should be working towards, and they'll give you certain milestones to help you make those jumps. So, if you're a striker, that might mean reliably scoring 15 goals a season. Hit those targets and you'll attract the interest from teams that advance you down your chosen career path.
His speed of movement and finishing have been brilliant. He's certainly going to be difficult to stop today.
What are some ways that we can make sure that we are going to be hitting all of our goals in player career?
Well, we've redesigned player career personality feature to really focus around play styles that we've mentioned before. As you make the decisions on and off the field, you'll actually get choices as to how your player plays on the field.
Yeah, so this year, each personality tier will unlock another playstyle you'll be able to use. And the playstyles you have to choose from will be based on what personality type you have. Get to the top tier of a personality and you'll unlock a playstyle plus. This will take one of your signature abilities to world class. So you'll be able to dribble like Vinny or shoot like Haaland.
You can really see these play styles come to life. And is this a new camera in player career?
Exactly. We really wanted to put the player at the center of attention. So maybe when you decide to take an opponent one-on-one, you now have more immersion in those key moments of the match.
All right, and through all of this, we look great on the pitch. The play styles are in full effect, and now we're winning championships, and it feels like we're really celebrating these massive moments.
Indeed. We've expanded dynamic moments in player and manager career to include some famous celebratory moments, like a trophy bus parade or end-of-year award ceremonies.
The development team to chat through what might be the biggest year in Ultimate Team. How are we doing, guys?
Hey, Leah.
Hello.
There's so many new things we have to talk through today. The ability to improve players in our club with the brand new Ultimate Team Evolutions, the inclusion of women's football, and playstyles. Let's get straight into it. First up, we have to talk about Ultimate Team Evolutions. Are you telling me that I can finally improve players from my club?
That's right. We've never had anything quite like this in Ultimate Team. There's so much to love about what this unlocks for people's passions, for players, regardless of where they're at in their development. Richard, you want to explain how this works?
Yeah, so in Ultimate Team Evolutions, you're going to be able to pick your favorite players and upgrade them throughout the year. It's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is pick your favorite players, complete objectives with them, and then get their upgrades. For example, you complete 20 passes with them, get 2 assists, and that completes level 1 and earns you plus 10 short passing and also upgrades their weak foot.
You'll also be able to level up the player's item so that your club favorites stand out when you load into a match.
Love that. Moving on to one of my favorite things that I'm so excited to talk about. Women's football is coming to Ultimate Team.
You got it. The Ultimate Team dream is obviously to assemble your favorite footballers from around the world into an Ultimate 11. This is the biggest edition of top-tier players we've ever introduced into the game at one time.
It's called Ultimate Team. If you're not able to play with your favorite players, it's not really your Ultimate Team. So this year, with the introduction of more leagues and with evolutions especially, you're going to be able to make your Ultimate Team, and it's not going to look like anybody else's.
Love it. So, new players, some new leagues. With the introduction of women's football, how will chemistry work putting all of these new players into my Ultimate Team?
Well, chemistry will remain the same. For example, Sam Kerr will link to WSL players, her fellow Australians, and is going to link up with Chelsea players. So in Sam Kerr's case, she'll link to Lauren James and Reece James.
I love that. And what about heroes and icons? Can you tell the people if we expect any new ones?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be able to reach back into the history books to play with some of the greatest players from the past. But we know that the community has been wanting a change when it comes to icon chemistry. So when you have an icon in your team, they're going to apply a +1 league link to anybody in your squad. So that just opens up more squad building opportunities and more ways for you to make your team.
Will these new players pop into packs like everyone else?
Yes, indeed. Every player in Ultimate Team will share the same packs, the same pitch, and will be included in promos throughout the year.
Speaking of packs, something I'm really excited about. This year we have new sets, we have new animations, including my personal favorite, a 2-player walkout. So if you pack 2 really great players, they're both going to walk out at the same time.
That's awesome. Well, I'm starting to put things together. 5 new leagues, thanks to women's football, plus heroes and icons, and then players that I decide to improve via Ultimate Team Evolutions. Every squad is going to be so versatile, so different. I love that.
That's exactly what we're hoping for. Each of these new features should unlock a world of new squad building opportunities. Your club should feel personal and unique, so this is a great year for you to make your Ultimate Team truly yours.
I have to mention this new item design because we haven't talked about it yet, and that's something that stood out to me right away.
It's a big change, you're right. Redesigning the items was a chance to bring your favorite footballers into focus and helps you understand them at a glance. The new layout makes room for bigger images, more key information than ever before, like league crests for chemistry and even animated backgrounds.
And you'll notice new information as well. So those Playstyles Plus that you see on the left side of the item, these essentially will let you know what makes that player special on the pitch and how to get the most out of them in the game.
Yes. I was actually watching this in the gameplay deep dive the other day, and those sound amazing. Are playstyles a big part of the gameplay dynamic in Ultimate Team?
Absolutely. They're a feature that takes gameplay beyond overall ratings. Playstyles and Playstyles Plus are how we're bringing those signature abilities to life, so that players are more unique and play more like their real-world selves.
Yeah, Playstyles Plus especially are something to look out for. These signature abilities that are unique to world-class athletes are reserved only for the best players. You'll notice the difference when playing with players that have them.
Yeah, they're a great way to understand and get the best out of the players on the pitch, and a great way to know how to build a squad that has complementary skills and strengths.
I love it. Let's talk a little bit about objectives.
Yeah, well, we've been working hard to give you more focus and direction when you load up Ultimate Team. With the new objectives menu, it's easier to understand what to play for and get back to the action. There's also new navigation and a new quick switcher to cycle between modes so you can go straight from your squad to rivals, or from SBCs to the transfer market.
And there's another thing. Claim all. You'll finally be able to gather all your rewards from one group together at once.
Yes, I know how much the community has been asking for that one, myself included. Are there any other changes that we can tell them about?
Well, we've also made a little tweak to how players change position. Anyone with a secondary position will automatically switch to that new position, so you'll no longer need to get position modifiers and keep toggling your players back and forth in different roles.
And this change will make SBCs a lot more seamless. And you'll finally be able to use a player's secondary position in draft and get them some chemistry.
The new player models. Absolutely. So these new models are a perfect example of how the evolving Frostbite engine can make the playing experience more immersive.
We just wanted to add as much detail to the players as we can.
because we all know every footballer is different and we want to capture those differences. So whether it be a Sam Kerr or Haaland or, Peter Crouch's lanky frame.
Using his head in more ways than one.
It looks incredible, and it just looks like the fabric is completely leveled up. Is that something that was a focus and a big thing coming to FC24?
Yeah, we completely revamped our cloth system. What's really cool is how the cloth deforms and wrinkles. It really maintains that athletic form underneath and just really adds to the overall athleticism of our players.
It seems like the lighting as well has also really leveled up this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Another technology that Frostbite has allowed us is something that we're calling feature lighting. So this year you'll notice there's more contrast. The players will just pop more from the background, making it feel more cinematic with more depth to the frame. It's going to make every moment and every match look better than it ever has.
Well, speaking of every match, let's move to the MatchDay Experience, which I know has a few fresh features this year. What should we expect when we load up a game?
So if you watch football, you know how broadcasters are constantly bringing more excitement and intrigue to all the moments around the match itself.
Yep, for example, we really wanted to use our augmented reality technology to highlight key stats of the match or inform our players in understanding elements of the game.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite features because it lets you relive the action while also giving context and data about what you just did. One example is actually displaying your team's stamina, so we can actually help them inform, making substitutions. On top of that, we're also showing possession, passes completed, as well as shots on target.
And the atmosphere is building up already.
And there are actually a bunch of new visual experiences. We're introducing snappier dynamic match intros that are mode specific, and they get you into the action quickly while still setting the stage and reminding you what you're playing for.
Yeah, absolutely. And with matchday menus, whether it's in the intro, at halftime, or at full time, we're able to bring players to locker rooms, commentator gantry, tunnels within the stadium, even on the pitch with subs, and it's going to make their matchday experience feel all that more immersive.
One thing I want to point out as we're seeing all of this is a new gameplay camera, and it feels like the community is actually really going to like this addition.
Yeah, good eye. So that's one thing we are adding in FC24. So we've taken kind of inspiration from some of the most popular cameras in our communities, and we've tried to blend that tactical view with something that was also immersive and entertaining. On top of that, we have a brand new referee point of view camera that you'll see before some free kicks and even during some yellow cards and red cards. And it's going to give you a brand new perspective from the pitch.
I also heard that we finally get to see the commentators broadcasting the game. And in particular, do we spy some new faces here?
We are super excited with a new commentary duo that we're welcoming to FC24, starting with English commentator Guy Mowbray and former English international Sue Smith.
Could be something on. And there's the opener. The all-important first goal of the game.
Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. And you have to say it was a good finish.
All right, with the new commentary team, excited to hear how they recap a goal, but also so excited to hit these new celebrations.
We all know it'll be really hard to compete with the gritty, but we've got some new inspired by real-world celebrations that I really think people are going to love.
Yeah, and it's not just goal celebrations. We also wanted to focus in on key moments during the play. For instance, like a big save or a key block, where you actually see their teammates rush them and celebrate with them, creating these cool moments during the action.
I appreciate you both taking the time to walk through all of these visual improvements coming to FC24, from the new revolutionized Frostbite engine to the revamped MatchDay Experience, and of course, all of these new ways that we will be celebrating those 90th minute winners. Fab and Adriano, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Can't wait to play EA Sports FC24. We'll see you all back here for some more deep dives. Welcome to